Hello there, welcome back for another Project 1999 video. So, I just kind of captured the behavior of this Aqua Goblin Bazin. Kind of see how he wanders up here. Where I'm actually located at, though, he will not aggro me in this little area here. So, I'm hunting in Dagnor's Cauldron. He just happened to kind of walk up at the right time for me to talk about him. And let's start with the map real quick. So, the area I've got circled in red is where I am hunting. My primary target is undertow skeletons. I started hunting in this spot at level 13. The undertow skeletons are either level 13 or 15. The Bosons tend to be yellow to me at this point, so my assumption is they're about level 17 probably. So they're pretty dangerous, but if you aggro one, you could probably gate or escape or something of that nature. Possibly even kill it if you've got pretty decent gear. So kind of what I'm doing is perching up here, and I've got my pet positioned. Take the map down. Got my pet position kind of right there at the mouth to the cauldron. And I'm pulling mobs up in there, and I fear them up in that kind of vicinity there, and they path kind of in a zigzag pattern. So when that happens, your pet kind of has, for lack of a better term, optimal conditions to go ahead and take care of stuff. So I'm kind of hunting the undertow skeletons by using Sense the Dead. And just noteworthy here that everything assists. So snakes will assist skeletons or goblins. Goblins assist everything. Just something I learned the hard way by getting, lots of ads out here. So I usually try to clear out any snakes that wander up in my area, just because. Let's see, looks like we got a even con. It's a level 15 undertow kind of hanging out over this hill. So we're going to wander up here and pull him in. I thought he was like right up here. There he is. Bam. So what we want to do is just go down here, throw us an engulfing darkness on him, and hopefully it lands. And we're just going to pull him right up into this spot we've got our pet perched. Also, shout out to Tip. He's very much grooming himself down there. You can kind of see a leg kicked up. And typically what I do is pull them back to about right here. So anytime you pull them far out, you're probably going to have to throw a secondary clinging darkness in. Just be prepared for that. And we'll go ahead and throw Spook the Dead in, and you'll kind of see how the skeleton's going to kind of wander back and forth a little bit there and be kind of a very easy target for my pet. And since I've got clarity, I'm going to go ahead and throw Heat Blood in the whole 9 yards on there. Shout out to Busy Bee from Safe Legacy for stopping by and helping me out. Definitely appreciate it. She even offered to bring me to Unrest. She is in fact the second person to find me here thinking I was stranded. Like, what? You're hunting here? What? So, that being said, I would classify this as an underutilized zone. Watching a blue kill here real quick, also, you're going to see my experience bar move 3% there off of a single blue kill. So, that's pretty good, in my opinion. Pet, what the hell are you doing? Bugging out on me, friend? Yes, you are. So yeah, that's what I've kind of experienced here, is about 2 to 3% experience per kill, which is not too shabby at all. And it has been a pretty continuous stream. Like, you've got this little area here where things are just going to walk up and get pulled in. I'm kind of being careful of that snake. Respawn time is pretty quick. It's just overall a very nice experience. And I usually do run up here sometimes. Check left, make sure I don't have my lovely Aqua Goblin friend. There's another even com. We'll go ahead and pull him in. He should yield a tiny bit more experience than the typical kill. And with this one, since I'm pulling from that different angle, I'll kind of run up here and wait a couple of seconds, get my Heat Blood in. That way we're getting that damage on. So I've got Pet Taunt turned off because kind of at this level is when your pets start to suck ass. Have no hit points, don't hit very hard, any of that good stuff. So You know, I kind of use the pet as more of a dot at this point than anything. And we'll go ahead and pull him in. So just a side note, where you are, if you pull back this far, have like a resist or something, this little area here, if you kind of clip them across that, they warp on top of you, and your pet warps back to wherever you had him guarding. So just something to keep in mind there if you do have to pull them further into the actual tunnel-like area. Be real careful with that. Make sure you don't have a bad day. And we're going to take advantage of Spook the Dead here. You'll notice I'm using my full kit of undead goodies. I've got Sense the Dead up as well to help me identify targets. All that good stuff. And there is like another undertow up there. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving towards him. See if I can't get him while my pet finishes this dude off. Thanks to having clarity, I have more mana than I have mobs to kill. There we go. We might get that Cauldron Rat as an ad, but that's okay. Typically what I do when I have an ad, I just let the pet kill it. And usually he can make pretty short work of any of the greens out here. Let's see. There we go, heat blood in. Pet's on him. Get to about right here. Go ahead and spook the dead if it doesn't fizzle a million times. Whoop. And yeah, I mean, the pathing here is, like, in my opinion, beautiful for fear kiting. So let's, like, compare this zone to kind of other places as well at this level. So, like, you know, one example, I see a lot of people going to, like, Oasis at this level. So I've got a bag full of random little trinkets and gems I've picked up. Oh my god, the fizzles today. Yeah. But anyways, you know, so from a, you know, hunting perspective, I feel like this is less dangerous. I know about every 8 to 10 minutes a Aqua Goblin Bossin is going to walk up there, and other than that, I don't really have a lot of dangers other than some random greens adding into. Hand the pet this rushy battle axe. I don't know if he's going to use it, but I just literally give him all my weapons and make him a very happy skeleton. He is the goodest of boys, yo. So with that being said, let's go up here and do a little bit more hunting. Kind of watch the area a little bit. You do have that camp of adventurers over there to watch out for. If you happen to end up over there for some reason, they're going to murder the shit out of you as a necromancer. There is our Bossin again. And also we have a sandbar serpent targeted, so he is actually a placeholder mob. I forget, it's a snake of some type. So killing the sandbar serpent does have a chance to spawn a snake. That's named, I forget what level it is, but I'm pretty sure I could kill it. And we're just going to let this dude path by before we try to do anything else. There are some Bluecon Mariners as well that you can target. The disadvantage to fighting them, they're not undead, it's going to take more mana, and I don't need Dark back to fight yet. They actually shoot arrows as well. They're kind of like the Centaur in South Karana, so be prepared to have an ass full of arrows, basically. There we go, we've got us an undertow down there walking up. Go ahead and pull him up this way. That way he's not getting any friends to assist him. Get our heat blood in, hopefully. Perfect timing. And we're going to pull him right up this way. And that should prevent us from getting any ads from up in that area. Perfect. Bam. I'd have also noticed sometimes random folks run by and give me like Spirit of the Wolf. And yeah, that extra run speed makes you fall off the side of stuff a lot more often. Like, I legit was almost dead half the time I had Spirit of the Wolf on. Just because of that little bit of extra run speed. And since we've lost our clarity, we'll go ahead and Dark Pact. But yeah, this is a really chill camp in my opinion. I feel like it's less competitive than trying to fight 400 people for crocodiles in Oasis. I have never seen anyone hunt here like ever before. Like, this zone in EverQuest is kind of like, okay, you know, if I'm... Oh man, he knows I'm trying to talk. You dick. How dare you? So to me, this is like the zone a lot of people think of, like that shitty zone you have to run through to get to Unrest. So, you know, it does not get a lot of foot traffic. I've seen, like, mostly people on corpse runs to Unrest, and that's about it. So, you know, keep that in mind if you're, you know, having trouble in, like, the level... You could have I probably could have come here at 12, though some of these would have actually conned red. I could have just avoided those. But, yeah, I mean, effectively what it comes down to, in my opinion, is if you're dealing with too much competition, this is a good spot to check out. You can easily port into the butcher block rings. You can sell to the merchant at the butcher block rings. And it's overall just a pretty easy little camp to me. You know, like in this scenario, we've got an undertow like walked right up to us, so we'll be able to go pull him in pretty quick here. Maybe. This way so I don't get an ad. Bam. Yeah, so that's just the main thing I would say is kind of be sure you're watching out for those stupid serpents, because the only time I've gotten close to death was when I let a serpent bite me and poison me. Like, that was it. Otherwise, I've had pretty minimal challenge here, even with a couple ads here and there. There we go, like clockwork, yo. So anyways, if you've got a Necromancer around level 13, 14, this is a really good spot. Getting a couple % experience to kill. Highly recommend you check it out, especially if you're having a lot of trouble, you know, with competition in other zones like Oasis. So yeah, that being said, folks, I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for stopping in and checking out my P99 EverQuest video. And as I always say, enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks again for watching, folks.